Picture this. You finally booked that dream trip. You get to the airport early, you're feeling good, and then your lightweight scooter shows up on the airline scale like a small car. The staff are struggling, you're stressed, everyone's staring, and you're thinking, I paid all this money for something I can barely lift. That's the problem we're fixing today. In this video, I am counting down 7 of the best genuinely lightweight mobility scooters, so you know exactly which ones are worth your money and which ones might quietly let you down. 7. eFOLDi Lite. On paper, this thing sounds brilliant. It weighs about 14 to 16 kilograms depending on whether the battery is in, which is roughly 31 to 35 pounds. So yeah, it's legitimately light for a full mobility scooter. You can fold it down in just a few seconds, and it's compact enough to slide into the boot of a small car or store in a corner at home without dominating the room. If weight and portability are at the top of your list, this is probably why the eFOLDi Lite keeps showing up in travel scooter discussions. What I do like, is that despite being so light, it can carry up to about 120 kilograms or 265 pounds. That magnesium alloy frame gives it a strong, rigid feel, so you don't feel like you're riding a flimsy toy. The top speed is around 4 miles per hour with a range of roughly 10 miles, which covers a full days of errands, shopping, or a trip around a resort without constantly worrying about the battery. For a lot of users, that grab-and-go factor matters more than anything else, and the eFOLDi Lite absolutely nails that part. Now, here's where I start getting a bit critical. When you're actually on it for a longer time, the comfort is fine, not amazing. The seat is functional, but it doesn't feel like something you want to sit on for hours. And on rougher pavements, you'll feel a lot of that vibration because it's a light scooter with small wheels and limited suspension. 6. Genie Ultralight Mobility Scooter. This one is all about being as light as physically possible while still being a real mobility scooter. Some versions come in as low as about 12 to 14 kilograms, including the battery, which is kind of wild for a 4-wheel scooter. It folds down quickly, has a top speed of up to 4 miles per hour, and a range of around 8 to 9 miles, depending on the model and battery size. If you're someone who says, look, if I can't lift it into a car boot myself, it's pointless, this is the type of scooter that gets your attention. You can tell the design is really focused on portability. It uses magnesium alloy and sometimes carbon-type construction to keep weight down, so lifting it into a car or onto public transport is genuinely possible for many people, not just gym lovers. It can take users up to roughly 114 to 120 kilograms, so it works for a fairly wide range of body types as well. For everyday short trips to the shops, around a garden center, or through an airport, it feels nimble and easy to manage. The ride, though, is where you start to notice the compromises. Because it's so light, every little bump on the ground comes through to some extent. Some versions have basic rear suspension and solid tires, which are great for avoiding punctures, but they don't soak up rough surfaces like air-filled tires would. 5. SuperHandy Passport 3-wheel mobility scooter. Just from testing this style of scooter, you can tell it's built around travel and convenience, compact footprint, 3-wheel layout, and a design that makes it easy to put in a car trunk or take on trips. The 3-wheel setup gives it sharp maneuverability, so weaving through tight store aisles or crowded sidewalks feels pretty natural. The Passport tends to offer a decent balance of weight and sturdiness. It's still on the lightweight side for a full scooter, but it isn't trying to be the absolute lightest thing on earth, which is actually a good thing for comfort. That extra few pounds make it feel more planted, especially at its typical 3 to 4 mile per hour range of speeds. Combine that with a reasonable battery range, and you've got something that works for a day out without watching the battery gauge every 5 minutes. In real use, you notice that the seating is more comfortable than the ultra light models. The seat is a bit more padded, and the overall riding position feels more natural, especially if you're on it for longer stretches. The controls are intuitive, so you're not fighting the scooter. You turn the tiller, it responds smoothly. It's the kind of scooter where after 10 minutes, you're not thinking about the scooter anymore. You're just thinking about where you want to go. Genie So-Lite Mobility Scooter. This one is very much positioned as a lightweight, everyday scooter that regular people can actually live with. From what I've seen, it aims to give you the ease of a travel scooter, but with a more comfortable, full scooter feel. It's a folding design, so you can still collapse it for transport or storage, which is huge if you're tight on space at home or need to put it in a car regularly. The strength of the So-Lite is how approachable it feels. The seating and armrests tend to be more comfortable than the ultralight minimalist models, and the overall riding position is closer to what you'd expect from a proper mobility scooter, not just a stripped-down travel gadget. That matters when you start using it every day, not just on holidays. It's the difference between, "I'll tolerate this," and "I don't really think about it while I'm riding." Performance-wise, you're still in that sweet spot of around 4 miles per hour speed and a practical day trip range, so it'll handle shopping trips, visits to friends, and a walk in the park without constantly worrying about the battery. The controls are straightforward, so if you're moving up from a walker or a basic scooter, you won't feel overwhelmed. It's friendly, basically. That's the vibe. The weight is still on the lighter side for what it offers, but you will likely notice it's not as featherweight as something like the Genie or eFOLDi when you're lifting. Golden Technologies Buzzaround CarryOn. This one is a really interesting mix of portability and real scooter feel. This scooter is designed specifically for travel, but it doesn't feel like a flimsy travel toy. It has a low-profile design that can actually fit in places a lot of standard scooters can't, including the trunk of smaller cars, and it can be folded down into a pretty compact package for transport. What stands out when you use a scooter like the CarryOn is how solid it feels under you for something that also folds. Golden Technologies is known for building durable mobility devices, and you can feel that in the ride quality. The frame feels rigid, the steering feels predictable, and when you're moving at its typical speed, you don't get that wobbly sensation you sometimes feel on very light travel scooters. It also does a good job with range and usability. You're looking at a battery setup that can handle a proper day of use in the same 8 to 12 mile kind of territory depending on conditions, so you're covered for most realistic outings. And because it's designed with airline and car travel in mind, you get thoughtful touches like a removable battery, compact folded dimensions, and a weight that, while not the lightest on the list, is reasonable for many users or their partners to lift in 2 parts. Where you might pause is that, yes, it is a bit heavier and more complex to fold and load than the absolute featherweight scooters. Drive Medical Scout Compact Travel Power Scooter. It's not trying to be the absolute lightest or the fanciest or the most high-tech. What it does is give you a very solid, very dependable 4-wheel scooter in a compact, transportable package that just works for a lot of people. On Amazon and other retailers, it's one of those models you see over and over because it hits a sweet spot of performance, reliability, and price. The Scout usually comes as a disassembling scooter rather than a single folding unit. That means instead of lifting one big piece, you break it down into several lighter parts: the seat, the battery pack, the front section, and the rear. For many people and their caregivers, that's easier to manage than lifting one big heavy unit, even if it takes a little longer. Once assembled, though, it feels like a proper full scooter with a comfortable seat, decent legroom, and a stable four-wheel stance. On the road, the Scout is reassuring. The top speed sits around the 4-mile-per-hour mark, and the range is usually enough for daily errands, outings, and light day trips, depending on the exact battery pack version you get. 4 wheels give you better stability on uneven surfaces than most 3-wheel travel scooters, so curbs, driveways, and slightly rougher ground feel less nerve-wracking. The controls are simple, with a basic tiller, speed knob, and forward-reverse levers, so there's not much of a learning curve. It's also a bit more forgiving in terms of user size and weight capacity compared to some of the ultra-light models. Moving Life ATTO. This is the scooter that when you first see it fold and unfold, you kind of go, oh, okay, that's clever. It's a full-size mobility scooter that folds down into a suitcase-style shape, and you can even split it into 2 pieces, so the heaviest part is around 30-something pounds, which makes lifting much more realistic for many users. It's basically designed around the idea that you should be able to fly, travel, and live your life without your scooter being a constant hassle. The ATTO runs at around 4 miles per hour with a driving range of up to about 12 miles on a single charge, which is excellent for a travel-focused scooter. The lithium-ion battery is airline-friendly in many cases, weighs only about 4.1 pounds, and can be removed easily for charging. That means you can leave the scooter in the car or hallway and just carry the little battery inside to charge, which is surprisingly nice in day-to-day life. What really makes the ATTO stand out, though, is how it feels when you ride it. The seat height is adjustable with several fixed positions, so you can dial in something that matches your leg length and comfort. The frame feels solid, the steering is responsive without being twitchy, and the overall ride has that "I can do this all day" quality that a lot of travel scooters just don't deliver. It's still a compact scooter, but you don't feel like you're perched on top of a suitcase. You feel like you're sitting in a proper driving position. Final thought. That's all for today, folks.